Mike Thomas, Maitland City Council, Seat 1. Tuscarora Trail has needed a sidewalk since I moved here back in 2001. It's a very busy two-lane road, and because of that, kids living in that side of Domerick Hills had no safe way to really walk or bike to school.
The sidewalks make me feel better about my brother riding his bike around in the neighborhood. I know when I was little it wasn't that safe. My parents wouldn't always let me ride my bike around the neighborhood.
And so that we recognized the need, but it never got done until a few years ago. A resident named Karen Simasek kind of lit a fire under everybody and started gathering community support and getting petitions signed.
Yes, I wrote to City Council because I was very concerned. No progress had been made on putting a sidewalk in. I knew I wasn't the only one who wanted one, and there was a safety issue to the road, and also a health issue. Meaning it was hard for especially people like me to access my neighborhood to the rest of the neighborhood without having to encounter Tuscarora. And Tuscarora was a road that without the sidewalk was just cars. There was no place for a pedestrian.
And when all that came before the city, that kind of community support backed by the need kind of spurred everybody into action. Well, I supported the sidewalk strongly. It's one of the reasons I ran for city council. And so Karen had gotten the ball rolling on this, and so I was basically doing follow-up, making sure that it was a priority on the city's capital improvement budget.
And luckily for me, when I wrote to council, the people who were on the council, they listened, and they were my neighbors. They knew the situation. They were also tired of the situation, and so the city employees were there to help us get it done.
This just goes to show that one person can get something done. There's a person that's just a resident who sees a need, and the success of this project, and it's a beautiful sidewalk, and I see people on it all the time, and we want our kids to be able to safely get there, either riding their bikes or walking.
What was brought to me is mostly what's my opinion on streets without sidewalks as a police officer would look at it. To us, it's a huge safety thing. Anytime you have a combination of vehicular traffic, pedestrian traffic, and foot traffic all on the same road with no sidewalks, they're all going to meet. Because as you know, cars and bikes go one way and pedestrians have to walk. So at any time you could have a pedestrian coming towards your car with a bike. So now we have three entities at one place with nowhere to go. And hence, if we had a sidewalk 5 feet to the right, now we have a clear path for our pedestrians, or a bicycle when a pedestrian is not on it. So anytime we can alleviate one of those parties from a roadway, it's a huge safety plus for anybody.
Before the sidewalks, walking on Tuscarora was very dangerous. You felt vulnerable. You always had to keep your head on a swivel, looking out for cars. Now with sidewalks, you feel much more safe. You don't have to keep an open eye out for cars. You feel much more relaxed walking to and from place to place.
We have a lot of people that are out riding their bikes, walking to school. We're always pushing ride your bike or walk, especially with all the Fit 60s and do this and do that. I think it behooves us as a city to, if we can add safety wherever we can, we should.
So sidewalks need to be everywhere, or some way to set pedestrians, bikers, everybody on wheels, everybody walking out of the way of cars that may not be mindful that they're there.
I think we'll see sidewalks on every street in the city. I think it's very important for the city. It's just going to be a time-consuming process. I think it'll definitely happen, especially here in this city, especially with all the foot traffic, bicycle traffic that we have out there that we're pushing. I think it'll be a great thing. It's just one step at a time.